Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Smokey Drago, and today we are going to be reviewing the patch notes. They were released on August 31st, 2020, and they are for the PTR, so they won't be live until September 8th. If you do enjoy this video, consider subscribing, maybe liking the video to show me that you actually do enjoy it. Consider donating to my goal I just recently started. I'm trying to buy a new computer that I can do a lot of this editing a lot more consistently. I have a link down below for that, as well as come check me out on Twitch over at twitch.tv/SmokeyDrago. There are two new reworks. We see that there's a D.VA Rework, as well as a Gazlowe Rework. There's a few hero patches, but not much, as well as a new event that started. So starting off with the NEXUS Anomaly called Gladiators Medallion. Heroes now start the game with a new item on their action bar. The Gladiators Medallion can be activated to become unstoppable for 1 second. The cooldown is 300 seconds. And now they've also redone Brawl mode into ARAM mode. ARAM mode is just like Brawl, except there's no chest anymore, and I think that all the maps are on rotation, so it's random on which map you get. As far as collections, there's a bunch of new bundles. If you want to read through it, you're free to pause. I will just slowly scroll through. And on to Storm League as well. For the new season, which by the way was ended very abruptly, there are some chests, a new mount. The Storm League, I don't know, man. Instead of 50 wins, it's 35 wins. The Storm League's kind of lame. Moving on. Hero reworks. For D.Va's Mech, her health has been increased from 2,150 to 2,250, so 100 health increase, pretty big. Base damage has been reduced from 26 to 23. Added functionality, enemies close to D.Va take 50 bonus damage. There's so many things that are going to have to be tested here. Is this for everyone? I'm going to assume no, but maybe. But this does mean that her 23 damage is very, very high. Pilot mode, Big Shot. Ability is now available baseline, so when you're in pilot mode, you have Big Shot, which is pretty nice. The cooldown has been increased from 4 to 6 seconds. Call down Mech cooldown reduction has been reduced from 8 to 5 seconds, so you no longer can use your R and get your Mech back instantly if you hit 5 people. Damage reduced from 200 to 150. That's a very sizable nerf, but this is baseline, so it makes sense. Added functionality. Enemy heroes hit are slowed by 25% for 1.5 seconds. This is a pretty big buff. Like, this is stuff that you'd see at level 20 that's being added baseline. Mechanized Walker. New functionality. D.Va's Mech can move while attacking. While attacking or channeling an ability, the Mech speed is quickly reduced by 25%. So she baseline can move at the same speed as everyone else. I believe that she still has her Q, it's a longer cooldown, so she can't get across the map as easily. And she is slower when actually attacking people, because I believe before it was 15%, now it's 25%. That's boosters. Cooldown has been increased from 9 to 10 seconds, yeah, so as I predicted. Duration decreased from 2 to 1.75 seconds. Not a big decrease, but it does matter a lot when she's traversing the map. Speed bonus has also been decreased from 125 to 115. Defense matrix, her W. Damage reduction reduced from 75% to 50%. Added functionality can now be retargeted while active. Self-destruction. Charge earned per 100% maximum life damage taken reduced from 33% to 25%. So she gets less charge per health, essentially. Maximum damage reduced from 1,200 to 1,100. That's not that crazy of a nerf. This is pretty big because it means that she's going to have less of a bomb. Level 1, Rushdown, has been moved to level 4. New functionality. Boosters steal 4% of maximum health from enemy heroes and deal 100% increased damage to non-heroic enemies. So this is her waveclear talent. D.Va already had pretty decent waveclear, surprisingly, so this is actually insane at level 4. Hit the Nitrous, move from level 7 to level 1. New functionality. The initial speed boost of boosters is increased by 300%, decaying to normal speed over 0.5 seconds. During this time, boosters stun for 0.5 seconds. This will help her traverse the map. So far, I think it's what you're going to end up taking. It makes the most sense to me. Kind of crazy that it can actually stun. So D.Va can easily do like a team stun to stop their channels. Pro Moves has a new functionality. Each time D.Va's Mech takes damage, its movement speed is increased by 2% and gains 2 armor, stacking up to 10 times. So 20% movement speed plus 20 armor. Basic attacks in pilot mode against enemy heroes reduce the cooldown of Call Mech by an additional 1 second. New Liquid Cooling active. This is a new talent that's never been seen in the game. It's actually kind of crazy. When used in Mech mode, the cooldown of Healing Fountain is decreased to 50 seconds and lasts 25% longer. Activate to gain Healing Fountain effects and incur the reduced cooldown, 50-second cooldown. You can use your Healing Fountain anywhere. This is a very competitive level 1 tier. This talent is actually pretty good, but I think Hit the Nitrous is still gonna be better because you need to traverse the map. The thing about bruiser and solo lane right now is double soaking, and you need to be able to double soak. And while this talent's super cool, I don't think it's gonna be effective because it just doesn't add anything to her. But it is super interesting that they added this. Level 4, Diverting Power, moved to level 16. New functionality, drastically increase defense matrix area. Each time it reduces damage, D.Va's Mech is healed for 35. I don't think that this is that crazy of a level 16, honestly. Fusion Generator, moved to level 7. Maximum self-destruct charge gained per cast increased from 15 to 20. Added functionality, while at full self-destruct charge, Fusion Cannon's bonus damage is increased to 75%. New talent, Get on the Point. Casting boosters grants nearby allies 20% movement speed for 2 seconds. After being out of combat for 3 seconds, boosters cooldown refreshes 100% faster. Depends on what the range of this is. Nearby is very ambiguous. If it's like an actually decent sized range, pretty decent. Aggression Matrix, moved to level 4. New functionality. Basic attacks against heroes reduce the cooldown of defense matrix by 1.25 seconds. Enemy heroes in your defense matrix receive 30% less healing. This is kind of crazy as a level 4 talent, to be honest. Nuclear Option, moved to level 4. New functionality. Passive. Each time Fusion Cannon deals bonus damage to a hero, gain 0.25 seconds of self-destruct charge. Hitting your self-destructing mech with Big Shot causes it to self-destruct 40% faster? So essentially, you could activate it early. That's actually really, really funny. This is actually going to have so many plays to it. Level 10, Bunny Hop. Thank God it finally got changed. Cooldown reduced from 100 to 80 seconds. Damage reduced from 60 to 52. Radius has been reduced from 5 to 4.5. New functionality. Every 4th consecutive hit deals 100% increased damage and stuns for 0.5 seconds. New micro missiles. I have actually read this one already because it was leaked on Reddit, but after 0.375 seconds, fire a stream of 12 missiles in a target direction. Upon impact, each missile deals a small amount of damage and slows in an area. Missiles deal 35 damage and apply a 35% slow for 2 seconds. It has a 12 range, holds 2 charges, 20-second charge cooldown with a 5-second cooldown between charge uses. So it's a tiny bit of a charge, and then she fires 12 missiles, kind of like Tychus's mech does. This is a pretty good talent. I think it still beats Bunny Hop. Poor Bunny Hop is like just, I feel like it's never going to get used. But the stun allows you to counterplay, which is the most important thing. Level 13, a Blade of Armor, passive. Move to level 20, new functionality. 45% of ability damage taken by D.Va's mech is returned as health over 4 seconds. It's very good. It's very, very, very strong. It makes sense for why it's level 20. Emergency shielding trait, move to level 16. Cooldown increased from 15 to 30 seconds. Shield increased from 210 to 280. Duration reduced from 6 to 4 seconds. And expensive plating, passive. Moved to level 1, renamed Full Metal. No longer increases the cooldown for Call Mech. Bonus mech health reduced from 20 to 10%. Added functionality. Fusion Cannon bonus damage heals for 20% of the damage dealt. Level 1 is actually a very competitive tier with all these talents on it, to be honest. Target locked, W. Enemy heroes that remain in defense matrix for 1.5 seconds have their armor reduced by 15 and are slowed by 25% for 3 seconds. This is very easy to get off for most heroes, I say. For level 13, this is pretty good. New talent, good to go. Pilot active. Unlock Torpedo Dash and Concussive Pulse abilities while in pilot mode. Okay, it's good that they combine both of these talents from the old D.Va. I think that these are going to be the best ones. These talents used to kind of like dominate the tiers as far as I'm aware. Torpedo Dash, pilot mode Q. Travel distance has been decreased from 6.75 to 4.5. So it's not that big of a dash. I think that's the same as Vala's dash, if I'm not mistaken. Travel speed has been reduced from 17.5 to 14. That's a pretty big speed reduction. It makes hitting skill shots a lot easier, but still pretty hard. Now has a 0.75 second cool up when exiting mech mode. So you can't use it right away. They have a chance to CCU. This is actually kind of meh. I feel like this kind of makes the talent useless against any sort of competent team. Cooldown reduced from 12 to 10 seconds. Concussive Pulse active. Cooldown increased from 7 to 10 seconds. Damage reduced from 141 to 120. And knockback distance has been reduced by 40% as well. This talent kind of sucks if I'm not. In my head, this talent seems really bad. Level 16. All of her current talents have been removed. New. In for the kill. Casting boosters grants a shield equal to 10% maximum health for 2.5 seconds. Each enemy hero hit by boosters increases your basic attack damage by 10% for 5 seconds. Stack up to 5 times. 50% damage increase plus the 50% aura of damage, I'm assuming, is pretty crazy. This can actually stack really well with her other talents. Level 20, stop and pop. New functionality. While D.Va is stationary, Bunny Hop's duration is paused. Like entirely paused. Does she keep jumping in the same place? We're gonna have to test that. Because it sounds like she keeps jumping and it's like infinite. So you can like jump on a mosh forever. Interesting. Pew pew pew. Move to level 13. Damage per shot increased from 50 to 75%. They just straight up buffed the level 20 and moved to the level 13. Mecha Fall trait has been removed. This was a really fun one to take. New. Timing tag. Micro missiles gain a digital charge. Each time Micro Missile deals damage to hero, reduces cooldown by 0.5 seconds, and its charge cooldown by 0.25 seconds. Headshot. Big Shot's damage is increased by 75%, and its cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds. Something I wanted to mention that was in the patch notes that I didn't actually mention was how effective Bunny Hop's level 20 can be, stop and pop. When you use it, you keep on bouncing up and down, which is pretty obvious, but you can stutter step with it to extend the duration. You can make it last all the way up to 12 seconds if you star step perfectly, although 8 seconds is very easy to do. There is a current bug on the PTR that is hoped to be removed by the time it goes live, where you can use stop and pop, and if you click on heroes, it currently does not use any of their cooldown. So I hope this bug is actually fixed. Credit to Spazzo for pointing this out on Reddit. I'm not sure if he was the first person to notice it or not, but seems like he was. At long last, our favorite pro gamer is back and ready to pwn 10 noobs. God, I hate gamer speech. With D.VA's Rework, we've given her tons of new tools and redistributed her power to help her fill a more traditional bruiser role, while still retaining a lot of her supporty essence. This new talent tree should allow her to flex and fill gaps in your team comp, or to be her old aggro self. Her old heroic option, Big Shot, is now baseline and has been replaced with micro missiles, giving her mech some reach and soft CC that she didn't have before. New hero rework, Gazlowe Vitals, uses scrap instead of mana, max of 10 scrap. So he's no longer a mana-based hero, which is pretty cool. Base health increased from 1826 to 2275. Health regen has been increased from 3.8 to 4.74. Basic attack, damage has been increased by 5, so 1%. It's not much. Trait, renamed to reduce, reuse, and recycle, which was originally a talent. New functionality, regenerate 1 scrap every 4 seconds. Destroyed rocket turrets, drop 1 scrap. Pick up dropped scrap to regain it. Activate to destroy a rocket turret. Scrap pickup range has been increased from 1.25 to 1.5. Rocket turrets cost 4 scrap. Base damage decreased from 62 to 36. So they're not nearly as toxic in lane. Interesting. Base health reduced from 593 to 510, so they're a bit weaker too. And health scaling has been increased from 4 to 5. So they become a lot stronger late game. The general math of that probably works out like at level 16, they become stronger than what they were before. Duration decreased from 30 to 15 seconds. GCD decreased from 2 to 0.5 seconds. I have no idea what this is. Does anyone know what GCD stands for? GCD stands for global cooldown, and it's the cooldown between placing each turret. So essentially it just has no cooldown of placing turrets. Prioritizes nearest enemy hero when first created. So if they leave the range, focuses minions, it won't refocus until you focus it. Death Laser no longer has a cost. Cooldown has been decreased from 12 to 8 seconds, and damage has been increased from 137 to 174. Range has been increased from 6 to 10. Width has been increased from 2 to 2.5. So it's longer, it's thicker, does more damage, and it can be used a lot more. The cast time is still the same. So that means that you're staying still a lot more, which I don't think that a lot of people want to do. Adjusted functionality. After 0.65 seconds, deal 208 damage to enemies in a line. Heal for 25% of the damage dealt. This effect is increased but to 75% against heroes. Floating charge, E, no longer has a cost. Cooldown decreased from 20 to 12 seconds. Damage has been reduced from 233 to 155. Missile travel speed has been increased substantially. Search area reduced from 3 to 2.85. Another editor's note here. This is the time it takes for it to stun. It still displays the 3-second cooldown, but is in fact 2.85 seconds. So it's just a bit faster. Range has been decreased from 9.5 to 7. Explosion delayed. Decreased from 2.5 seconds to 1.25 seconds. Stun duration has been decreased as well from 1.75 to 1 second. Rocket boost. Increase the cast range of your E by 30% and is damaged by 20%. When you hit a hero, you increase your movement speed by 20% for 3 seconds. One man wrecking crew. I love that. I love the talent names that they're like starting to incorporate his lines. But anyways, casting a basic ability causes Gazlowe's next basic attack within 6 seconds to deal 45% more damage. Stores up to 2 charges. So it's a level 1 follow through talent. But does Gazlowe need auto attack damage? I don't think so. Big Game Hunter. Dealing damage with basic attacks to heroes, mercs, or monsters reduces the cooldown of reduce, reuse, recycle by 2 seconds. Increase the maximum scrap by 2. So you can use more turrets with this level 1. They haven't talked about how many charges the Q has. Q doesn't have a cooldown. That's what I was thinking. They haven't mentioned it yet, but I was probably gonna get into that. Yeah, it's just insane. Holy, what the fuck did I just look at? What? Oh my god, that's so stupid. This is talking about the detonation time of it. They want it to look janky. This is bad design and I hate it. This timer on it is not 3 seconds. It's 2.85 seconds. It's not like every character needs a fucking timer. They could make like the animation on the circle, like Alex Straz's circle. Oh my, okay, Gazlowe's extremely zoomer now. Gazlowe is so zoomer. Hyper focus coils. Adjusted functionality. Heroes hit by death laser and exploding charge, which is really easy. take an additional 2% of their maximum health and damage. Gazlowe's heal for 150% of the amount, but the abilities are so easy to hit, especially the W. Easy peasy, Dimensional Ripper. Move from level 13. New functionality. Cooldown is 40 seconds. Activate to gain 35 armor for 3 seconds, reducing the damage taken by 35%, and reduce the damage dealt by all nearby heroes and summons by 50% for 3 seconds. So it's like a demoralizing shout, but with like a armor additive to it. This is a pretty crazy level 4. 75 armor for Gaz and 35 armor for Gaz. And then they take 50% less damage. Unless you're adding it, but that's not how the math works out. It's not actually 75, but essentially yes. The math doesn't add up like that because it's 35 armor, the damage is reduced, and then it's reduced again by 50%. So it's like, what, 55%? But it's still pretty insane. Editor's note number 3 here. It has a very small range. When Gazlowe uses it, he gains 35 armor, and he also reduces all damage that comes in by 50%, effectively giving him 67.5 armor. It's very insane. Level 7. 2 talents have been removed. Goblin Fusion has been moved from level 13. Adjust functionality. Generate 3 scrap for each hero hit by Death Laser. What? This talent's insane because your Q doesn't have a charge cooldown. Overload, W. Death Laser can now store up to 2 charges. Each enemy hero hit by Death Laser reduces the cooldown of Death Laser by 0.5 seconds. Master Blaster, which is his E talent. Death Laser and Explodium charges slow by 35% for 2.5 seconds. Rocket Turret basic attacks extend the duration by 0.25 seconds. Level 10, Robo Gobo. Activate to become unstoppable for 1.5 seconds. No longer has speed. Passive. Basic attacks deal 80% bonus damage over 5 seconds. Stacks up to 3 times. Why are they making Gazlowe an auto attack character? I don't like this. Gravel Bomb. Cooldown has been decreased from 90 to 60. Damage has also been decreased, and then there's an add functionality. Basic abilities deal 30% more damage 5 seconds after casting Gravel Bomb. Level 13. Extra large bombs has been removed. Positive reinforcements. Primary turrets attacks against heroes increase Gazlowe's attack speed by 40% for 3 seconds. New talent. Superior schematics moved from level 16. Adjusted functionality. Rocket turrets attack up to 2 additional targets for 75 damage and have a 50% increased range. Interesting. Okay. Overcharged capacitors. Gazlowe gains 5% spell power for each active turret, up to a maximum of 15. So 3 active turrets. Dealing basic attack damage extends the duration of rocket turrets by 1.5 seconds. Gazlowe seems kind of crazy right now. Fire in My Lasers, moved from level 20. Damage increased from 102 to 125. Fire in My Lasers is the talent that makes all turrets fire lasers. And it's level 16. Overclock. Hitting enemy heroes grants 15% bonus movement speed for 2 seconds. Hitting enemy heroes with basic attacks causes them to take an additional 2.5% of their maximum health and damage. Gazlowe now has 2% health damage talents, if I'm not mistaken. Level 20, Mechalord. Adjust the functionality. Basic attacks increase Gazlowe's armor by 10 for 10 seconds, up to a maximum of 30. Basic attacks deal 50% more damage to stunned or slowed targets. This seems kind of stupid. This is a bad talent in my opinion, just off of just reading it. Miniature Black Hole. Added functionality. Each enemy hero hit reduces the cooldown of Gravel Bomb by 12 seconds. It's rain and scrap. Adjust the functionality. Reduce the scrap cost of rocket turrets by 1. There's no way this is making it live. I mean, Chromie got buffed. Keep that in mind. This seems really overpowered. We're getting 2 scrap for each scrap pickup. That seems really broken with the other talents. We're going to have a look to see how that actually works. Explodium Charge launches 2 more bombs when it detonates, like Cho'Gall style. Our resident one-man wrecking crew is receiving a fairly large revamp. No kidding. Designed to fully embrace him in a formidable bruiser. Okay, that makes sense. Acting as a frontline member for his team who specializes in disruption and zone control. He now sports a new resource system with scrap, as well as some design changes to both Death Laser and Explodium Charge, which should make him more consistently useful throughout the course of the game. We had a blast tinkering with our favorite goblin, and hope you also enjoy what we've done with him. He seems really overpowered. Alarak, buffed, but like not that much. Level 4, damage has been increased from 150 to 175. Cool. Cassia, Surge Relay has been nerfed again, but not in the way that we hope. Cool. Chromie got nerfs with W talents, which is cool and all, but like her R is really annoying. Both of her R's are really overpowered. To go over it, damage bonus reduced from 1.5 to 1% per stack. Cooldown reduction upon quest completion reduced from 5 seconds to 4 seconds. Mana cost upon quest completion has been changed from 30 to 40. Mobius Loop. Damage bonus reduced from 50 to 30%. Slow duration has been reduced from 1 second to 0.75 seconds. Deckard had a really big nerf, double his cooldown of Ruby. e.t.c. Encore had a nerf, not nearly enough. Good luck. Imperius had a slight nerf as well. The abilities issue, not the talents. Orphea, ancestral strength has been nerfed. They're actually finally nerfing Orphea. Mind Devourer, her level 7 has been buffed. Damage per enemy hero has been increased from 4 to 5. It's the quest stacking part. Maximum bonus damage has been reduced from 160 to 150. Heroes hit required for the quest completion reduced from 40 to 30. Really good change to this talent, like really good. Abysmal Shield, shield amount has been reduced by 10, not that crazy. Dead Magic, damage has been reduced by 5, not that crazy. I think that Orphea's in a good place with this type of change. Stitches, Slam, bonus damage to minions and mercenaries has been increased from 50 to 60, so it's becoming more and more wave clear heavy. Level 1, Stack Charge, maximum damage bonus by 50 stacks. This is pretty big. Archon, shield amount reduced from 30% to 25% maximum health. Basic attack damage reduced from 150 to 140, and the splash damage has been reduced by 75 to 70. Yrel, Dauntless has been nerfed. Very minor, but still nerfed. If you guys enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe. I do post 2 times a week onto this channel. I'm also live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over on my Twitch channel, over at twitch.tv/MogiDrago. Again, there's the link down in the description below. I will have a Gazlowe and D.Va video specifically coming out. Here's a little sneak peek at the Gazlowe video that I will be doing. Thanks. Bye. So we go in here, we auto Q, 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 one more E, R, W. That's like 7,000.